to the Pharmaceutical Career Orientation course. My name is Zahra Hassan. I'm the founder and the CEO of the Pharma Academy. I came to you from the industry. I have up to more than 10 years of experience in the pharma industry, distributed among the regulatory affairs, quality, and pharmacovigilance as well. This is in addition to some of the postgraduate degrees. I believe that in order to be an expert in such a career, you need to combine both study with practice. So, in my course, I'm going to take you through an interesting journey in which we can explore together what are the options available for you as a pharmacist to start your career, either if you are a fresh graduate or if you are a pharmaceutical professional for a while looking for the career shift. And we're going to focus also on what are the best among of these options, what are the duties, required qualifications and skills in order to go there. And then by the end of the course, it's going to be a very interesting surprise for you, the most updated profession ever in the pharma industry, and it's very interesting as well. So let's start our journey with congratulations for you in order to go for your successful career pathway. What makes this course unique? It came from practice. It came from what are the employers are looking for during recruitment. It came from the interview questions. So let's start. What we are covering is what are the major pharmaceutical sectors, and what are the options of pharma careers, what are the duties and responsibilities of each, what are the required qualifications and skills of each, and I will make a great focus on the industrial pharmacy. And then we're going to talk about what are the 3 winning players of the industrial pharmacy. And this is my own nomenclature. This is what I believe, and this is what I have seen from practice. And then how to find your passion in order to know in which field of these you're gonna fit in, and what is the new in pharmaceutical industry. This is a surprise at the end of the course, and how to grab the chance in order to go there, because whenever there is something new, there is a great opportunity to step in. The major pharmaceutical sectors are either academic or dispensing and clinical pharmacists or the industrial pharmacist. And I will make a great focus on the industrial pharmacy because this field is highly dynamic, huge, with wide range of opportunities. So let's start our journey. What are the options of the pharma career? The first option is the clinical or hospital pharmacist. What are the duties and responsibilities of each? For a clinical pharmacist, you need to prepare and oversee the preparation and dispensing of prescription medication for the inpatient ward or the medical practitioners to make decisions regarding generic substitutions of prescribed pharmaceuticals. Because as a clinical pharmacist, you are dealing mainly with inpatient, the patient in ward or a patient who already had passed by some operation. So we are dealing with these patients and also with the practitioners, which mostly the doctors there, in order to make the best decision for the patient about the best medication suitable for him in each stage of his stay in the hospital until the discharge. And then providing information about over-the-counter drugs and make recommendations after talking with the patient, which we call it the OTC, or in other words, it's like food supplements. And then counsel the medical practitioners on the drug indications, contraindications, and this is the major task for the clinical pharmacist. The dosage, the drug interaction, drug-food interaction, side effects, to provide other drugs and pharmaceutical information as much as appropriate as you can. It's very, very, very crucial here. The indications, the contraindications, the drug-drug interactions, drug-food interactions, all these aspects that the practitioners or the doctor or the physicians, they don't put all these aspects in their mind while they are following up with the high number of patients that they are dealing with on a daily basis. So this is the job, or the crucial job for the clinical pharmacist. It comes here. As a clinical pharmacist, you need to oversee the acquisition of drug and medication to various offices, clinics, and also other sites in order to avoid any medication errors. Again, you have to provide guidance and training on the pharmacy staff, nurses during the coursework of the monitors or during the performance. Because also in sometimes you are not going to be like 24 hours with the patient, but the nurse will be there. The shifts also of the nurses will be there. So we need to control them and to provide them the required training and also the handover process between the nurses, between their shifts toward the same patients. As a clinical pharmacist also, you need to establish and maintain methods and manner of storage and record keeping system to provide for the safekeeping of pharmaceuticals. You need to have a track record of the pharmaceuticals. for all the medication that you have dispensed, with the doses for which patient, for which department in the hospital, under the name of which doctor, to ensure inpatients are given the correct medication and dosage according to their specific conditions. Again, still the list is so long for the clinical pharmacist because it's very critical. As a clinical pharmacist also, you are responsible for medication order verification against indication, dosage, route, age, weight, allergies, drug-drug interactions, especially here for elderly and for the children, because in the children, dose is already adjusted as per the weight. And for elderly, you need also to consider the change in the pharmacokinetics of the drugs because the compartment of the bodies has been changed. For example, like the muscle mass has been decreased compared to the fat compartment of the body. So you need to put all these in consideration. You need to analyze the data of the medication errors and adverse drug reactions as well. You need also to follow established departmental policies, procedures, objectives of continuous quality improvement objectives and safety environment, infection control standard as well. So as a pharmacist, generally speaking, you need to follow the legislation, the regulations there in the place and the policies which you are practicing. And also keep an eye on the global ones and how you can apply the global regulations into the local place where you are working. Actually, you need also to be accurately recheck the prescriptions given by the physician to specific patients and advise when appropriate. I can tell that the pharmacist is the first step of interaction with patient and he's the first one to discover any medical error before it happens. Then also, as a clinical pharmacist, you need to establish and maintain methods and manner of storage and record keeping system of your medications. Sometimes the hospitals or the disease lab become the usual practice now that most of the hospitals keep only 2 or 3 generics of the same products. And this is also a good practice nowadays because this will help to reduce the medication errors. Again, you are also responsible for keep confidential computerized records of patient, drug therapists to prevent harmful drug interaction. You need also to assure the accuracy of every prescription process. You need also to perform miscellaneous job-related duties as assigned, because also as a clinical pharmacist, you're gonna work in special department, yes, but still you are interacting with your colleagues in other departments. And the patient of the day is dealing with all of these diverse departments, so you need to be all aligned together. Review and verify the medication order and relevant prescription prior to the dispensing. Adhere to the infection control and health safety measures. And this is like a universal rule for anyone who is working in the healthcare field. To ensure disease prevention and health promotion for patient, families, and community. So, now we have spoken about the long list of the duties and responsibilities of the clinical pharmacist. Now, how to go there? What are the required qualifications and skills required for you as a normal pharmacist who just have been graduated now with a bachelor's of pharmacy or like a doctor of pharmacy in order to be approved to practice as a clinical pharmacist or hospital pharmacist. So let's discover together how to go there. The qualifications will be a PharmD or in successful completion of recognized residency program or clinical pharmacy or postgraduate qualifications in the clinical pharmacy. The residency program, most probably you'll find it in Europe and in US. However, for the Middle East and other countries, there is also, yes, some of the countries have residency program, but major requirements are gonna be go for the postgraduate qualifications for the clinical pharmacy. And this is in addition to a minimum of 2 years of experience post-certification. And this years of experience usually is in the hospital or a specific department in order to be approved as a clinical pharmacist in the hospital. And also you need to have the local license of practice in the relevant country where you are practicing. You need to be eligible in the country in where you are planning to practice all of these activities. The skills will be good communication skills, because you need to communicate with the nurses, with the staff, with the physicians, with the patients, with also the family of the patients. So you are dealing with like a diverse, different mindsets, and you need to cope up with all of these in order to communicate clearly, because each one of these need to know his exact role in the whole process of the patient care. Customer service focused, Attention to detail. Clinical pharmacist is all about details in everything. Organized and methodological, good general health and fitness. Able to relate people from different cultural backgrounds. As explained before, you are dealing with a diverse mindset. So you need to get all of these different mindsets aligned towards only one goal, which is take care of their patients until it is discharged safely from the hospital. Compassion toward others. You need also to considerate the workload which is already happening to your colleagues, which is very common also in hospitals. Planning skills. You need to, for example, to plan for the discharge for the patient from the day one he's got admitted to the hospital, and how gonna be the journey for treatment until he's discharged. Demonstrate organizational skills. This is mandatory because again you are dealing with different departments and different backgrounds. Work effectively both independently and as a part of collaborative team. Some of the decisions that you need to take it alone, and the others you need to take it considering all the other partners who are involved within this decision, or at least to inform those partners who are going to perform this decision. Follow specific instructions with high degree of accuracy. It's very important here the accuracy about the medication, about the dose, about the route of administration, about the patient, about the timing, about which doctor is following this patient, or if there is more than one doctor. So all of these you need to have a closed eye or strict follow-up about all of these data. A high degree of motivation and self-discipline. Again, you need to be self-disciplined against all of these diverse working environment that you are dealing with. And finally, excellent computer skills, because of the data that you need to keep record keeping, and you need also to keep the data updated for your patients and also for if they are his inward or outward. And that's all about the clinical pharmacist. Now let's move into the next option, which is the community or dispensing pharmacist.